Howdy y'all, this is Ned.
And this is Michelle.
And we are myphilippinedreams.com. Welcome to the 6th installment of Questions for Michelle and Ned, where we address some of the questions that you guys have been sending us. Getting right to it. First up, Tricky4776 asks, does the difference in income bother you?
Well, to be honest, a little, yes. So, it's just he's earning more in this relationship when he's just at home, and I'm working my ass off at night.
Working our ass
Earning
off.
a little, not even half of what he is pulling in this relationship. I sometimes wish that I could earn more than this. But hey, I'm in the Philippines. I'm working here, so I can only expect what's called that?
Yeah, the pay scale.
Mm-hmm.
It is kind of weird. Again, when you're bringing in U.S. dollars and you're spending U.S. pesos, you're basically at an advantage, and it's kind of tough. You know, Michelle works really hard. She works night shifts. She works long hours. It's a stressful job. But I also recognize that you're making that sacrifice. You know, despite that difference in income, where some women that are with expats would quit their jobs or not work. Michelle continues to plug at it because you want your own career and you want to be independent and have your own life for yourself, and that's pretty commendable. And again, when it comes to expenses and stuff, we just look at the percentage of who makes what, and we split the expenses like that. Mugu Gai Pan asks, why don't you teach Ned how to cook?
Okay.
Be honest.
The first and last time Ned cooked for me was on my birthday. And that's when I realized I should do the cooking in this relationship. Trust me, I should do the cooking in this relationship.
Ooh, that's kind of hard.
Sorry.
I can cook some things. Like I can cook like, what are those called? Omelets? Did I cook you? What did I cook you?
Omelet?
Oh, okay, so I can't cook omelets.
No.
But I'm really good at making peanut butter sandwiches.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's something I have to do at some point. Because I can't expect you to be working and then cook all the time. And even though I do the dishes, and I'm really good at doing dishes, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I gotta start pulling my own weight. Multiple users have asked, Ned, can you get rid of the fisheye? Yes, we have a GoPro camera. And the thing was, we had our old computer blew up. The video card melted, so we just got a new system yesterday. It's a really nice system. So instead of shooting at 720 and having fisheye, we're going to be shooting at 1080 on medium fisheye, and CinePro should be able to get rid of the fisheye. The computer that I was using, our little backup laptop, was just choking on 1080. It couldn't do it at all, so hopefully we'll be not using the fisheye as much. Sassy Forerunner asks, and I guess this is directed towards me, with all the beautiful women available, how can you settle for just one? It basically comes down to this. It's difficult to find someone that, not perfect someone, but that special someone that fulfills a certain set of requirements. I mean, Michelle's English is really good. One of the most important things is you get sarcasm and you get irony, where a lot of Filipinos take it literally. And my humor is based on that. And again, she isn't the type, to take advantage of situations and just, quit her job. She still wants. What I'm trying to say is, when you find that special someone here that fulfills some certain set of requirements that you have, you better hold on tight, because you can lose that very quickly. It's like anywhere in the world. When you find that person that you're compatible with, all the other eye candy and stuff is just that. It's eye candy. It's superficial. And beauty fades. I mean, as the years pass and I get less guapo, you can see that. And even though Michelle's beauty will never fade, the other girls with that are just eye candy will. So if you're in the Philippines, or you're in a relationship, and this doesn't apply just to here, it applies to anywhere. When you find that special someone, and they make your world a better place just for being in it, you're gonna hold on and you're not gonna risk that. It's like background noise at this point. You know, you see it around, but it's just like, okay, whatever, bahala na. It's like the roosters. A lot of guys also complain about the rooster noises, but I like the roosters. I don't like the dogs though. We have our neighbor with his damn dachshund. Thing doesn't shut up. All right. And finally, for goodness sake, asks, for goodness' sake, what do you guys like about living in Dumaguete? Do you want us to take that?
Well, I like the place. Compared to Pagadian, this is much nicer. I mean, less crimes.
Less crime, except for stolen scooters.
Yes. I mean, back in Pagadian, I always hear lots of killings and robberies and all. And I like how I can live simply here without anyone recognizing me that I'm from that kind of family or whatever. And
Okay.
I also like what I also like about this. You can do a whole lot more than in Pagadian. Remember what Pagadian's like?
Yeah, I remember Pagadian. I respect your hometown and everything, but man, there's nothing there. I see it as like Philippines light. For a clueless expat like myself coming here, there's a lot of conveniences, there's stores. Once you get the layout of the town, it's not a big city. It's kind of crowded during the day, but once you get the layout, you can find where things are. It's very easy to find things. It's got good restaurants.
Yes.
There's a lot of good restaurants here. It took a little while to find them, but and again, it's for an expat or a foreigner coming. It's like Philippines light. It's an easy place to live, and the internet's good. The electricity here compared to Mindanao is
Yeah.
fantastic.
We have lots of brownouts, like 8 hours a day.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
And those
4 hours to 8 hours a day.
Yeah, and those unannounced brownouts, it's just like the whole city shuts down. We have occasional like 10, 15 minute brownouts, or when they're going to do an all day one to do maintenance on the lines or whatever, they announce it like a couple weeks ahead of time. And it's a college town, it's a young town, it's an educated town. And even though the city itself is kind of congested and kind of run down and kind of grimy in places, all it takes is a 5, 10, 15 minute drive outside the city and you can see, beautiful waterfalls, beaches, dolphin watching, mountains, jungle, zip lines. One person described Dumaguete as a crap hole surrounded by all kinds of beautiful places, and that's a pretty, apt description of it. And finally, 3 users asked this. They asked, why is Filipino food so bad?
I don't know.
I'm
I'm used to Filipino food, so I can't really say. I
What?
can't really say.
Wala ka kabalu? All right. I'll take this. It's an adjustment. They use a lot of vinegar, and I think the use of a lot of vinegar in the food is because of the preservative
Yes. the
value of
preserved
it.
food.
Like when we cook adobo, we can keep adobo in the refrigerator for like a week, right? Because of all the vinegar and salt and soy sauce and all the stuff that's in it. There are, and when you're going to like roadside carinderias where the food's been sitting in the bucket like for 9 hours and stuff, that can be a little rough. But there are a number of really good meals here in the Philippines. The best food I've ever had in my life was when Daisy made
Kinilaw.
kinilaw, yeah, with yellowfin tuna. Oh my God, it's the best thing I've ever had. Adobo's good. There's all kinds of good meals here. Not big on the pancit canton. Lechon, the barbecue chicken here. So it's basically finding the places. That was the problem I had. And I remember with Haya Hai, and I'll forever be indebted to Haya Hai. That was my first really good meal in the Philippines. My first meal in the Philippines was Jollibee, and it was what's that steak, the beef steak thing with gravy on it. It's like meatloaf. Oh. But It's not an acquired, and there's so much seafood and all kinds of stuff available. You just got to get out there and look. People slam Filipino food for a lot of reasons, but there's some good food. Anthony Bourdain came here and was very impressed, not with just the lechon, but with a bunch of other meals. Okay, so that rounds out today's series of questions. If you have anything you want to add, leave it in the comment section. Subscribe to the channel if you're interested. Also, we have that viewer, Kevin, who started up his own YouTube channel. He's actually moving here next month, and he's in the process of packing up his house and doing the transition, making the move. So in the footnotes, in the little thing down there, I'll give you the link where you can check out his YouTube channel, because he's actually going through the process. And his last videos, he was talking about the feelings and emotions he's experiencing. So that's about it. Take care, y'all. This is Ned.
And this is Michelle.
We are My Philippine Dreams, and we'll see you next time.